Hello, everybody. We are Brian and Marianne here with Adventurous Life, and we are so excited to bring to you today 3 zones, along with talking about how that's going to increase your courage and moving into that zone of challenge. So, thanks for joining us today, where we help you to have clarity, commitment, and courage as you blaze your own trail.
So I'm going to tell you about the 3 zones. These come from our book, Your Adventurous Life Awaits, 7 coordinates for living a purposeful life of adventure. So we have our zone of comfort. Kind of think of them like circles. We live in our zone of comfort a lot.
Comfortable there.
Brian's very comfortable. So that's a good place to be, though. We want to be in our comfort zone. We want to be where we know how things work. We're in control. We feel good about it. Sometimes it's when we get stuck there that it's a problem. Then we have our zone of challenge, and that's where things are new to us, challenging. That's that growth area where we don't know how everything works yet. We don't have it all figured out. It's not just easy peasy going through in our sleep. Right. And then we have our zone of that's crazy. The zone of that's crazy is those big dreams, those things we want to happen, we've thought about maybe for years and years. I want to be taller. That's in my zone of that's crazy. You might notice I look really tall today. Yeah, that's not happening. But I did find a really good box to stand on. But zone of that's crazy, right now, trying that would shut you down. It would be too much. You're not there yet. But as you get out of your zone of comfort, you grow your zone of challenge, you do more challenges, pretty soon that thing that you thought, oh, I could never do that, suddenly you're ready to try.
So look right behind Marianne's head there, and you can see a quote on our wall. It says, "Journey into your zone of challenge where growth occurs and the adventurous life awaits." Now, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want the adventurous life and growth? But in order to do that,
I think people don't always go, oh, I want to go into a zone of challenge. Yeah, that's awesome. We want the adventure. We want the growth.
Appealing, right? We want those things, but how we get there is often the struggle. And there's different life domains that we can think about and evaluate ourselves on to determine what areas could I push myself in. So we got intellectual, we got spiritual, we're gonna go through all of them here in a minute. But think about, as we're going through these, which areas are you staying really comfortable? Place where you just feel like, I'm in my recliner, I'm watching my TV show, I got my favorite drink. Like, that's your comfort zone, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's something different. Maybe it's sitting in the backyard under the tree reading a nice book. Those are all great things. We're not trying to say get rid of those things. But where could you push yourself beyond so that you can grow?
And I think it's that feel of I'm as comfortable as when I'm sitting in my recliner. And maybe it's, the next one, financial. Maybe it's staying safe. It's playing it really safe, letting fear control and keep you in that zone of comfort in those areas. What's another one?
Because when we're in our scarcity mindset, we're making decisions out of fear and sometimes anger, and we want to move away from that to be in a place of abundance or prosperity and believe that those things can happen, things that we have dreamt about, and move into those. But we have to move forward. We have to put ourselves in a place of challenge. Could it be in your job, in your career, or what about if you're married, in your marriage life?
And other relationships too.
Yeah.
It can be in family relationships.
Yeah, social,
these are that as well.
Right?
There
social,
we go.
Or parental, both of those. I think there was 2 more. Physical, that's a good one. Pushing yourself beyond, and emotional. So this last year I went through and evaluated 2020. And I decided that I wanted to live with more courage, because there were a lot of areas in my life that I was I'll just be honest, I didn't speak up sometimes when I really wanted to, and I wanted a certain goal.
Except with me. He speaks up with me all the time.
There were times that I either didn't want the conflict. So sometimes I'd be like, you know what, I don't really want the conflict. So I'd make decisions in the moment of how I felt in the moment. You know what, I said, I didn't get the results that I wanted in these different areas of life. And sometimes as a parent, sometimes I wouldn't say something to my kid because I'm like, I don't really want the conflict or the battle right now. More so than I was thinking, what do I want in that long-term goal? Or I didn't want to upset somebody or offend somebody. So I didn't say something. And so, not that I'm going to go around trying to upset people and offend people, but really when I want to live out my values, I want to live out my belief, I want to live out my purpose, and in order to do that, I want to have more courage. And so I've set some goals and focused really in my journaling this year to focus on things each day to step out with courage. Now, at the end of the day, I don't always have something I can journal about. But you know what? I've had a lot more things that I've done this year since January 1st that I've done with courage and things that I wouldn't have done last year. And I've pushed myself beyond, instead of kind of going, oh, I don't want to say that, and I walk away. I say, you know what? I'm going to face that fear, face that emotion, and say it because I want that result more so than I just want to feel comfortable in that moment.
So one thing for me that I was thinking about with this is in our business, there's a lot of new things that we need to try. It's hard, it's very hard to stay in a zone of comfort when you are in business. At least for us. I don't know about everybody else out there. If it's easy for you, let us know how you do it. But actually, as I say that, I wouldn't want to because I've grown so much. So one really practical, kind of a small area, but a big area in my life is in the area of technology. So this year I was asked by my BNI group, Business Network International, hello to BNI, I was asked to be the president, which I was really excited about. I love the connecting, getting to lead the meetings. That part didn't feel as much in my zone of challenge, a little bit for sure. But what really felt out of my zone of comfort was this year I've had to lead the meetings online. That includes Zoom meetings, having breakout rooms going, sharing slides, all kinds of things that I didn't know how to do very well at the beginning.
And Aaron doesn't really love technology.
I don't. He sets up everything for the tech. He does it all. I'm like, good job.
Maybe not at all, but
that's not really my thing at all. So part of the decision to say, will I be president is, will I be president in right now online meetings and learn all that and challenge myself and grow? My first instinct is, no, when you guys go back live and I can just lead meetings in person, they'll do it then. But because I know the growth that comes when I push myself, I said, yes, I'll do it. And I have learned so much and feel so much more comfortable in that realm just by saying, yes, I will try. I will go for it. And I will try something that seems a bit, a little overwhelming, a little bit more than I definitely know how to do now.
And I've seen you grow. I've seen you, I kind of look over her shoulder sometimes. I see her doing all these breakout meetings and everything.
It's pretty cool. And I do feel I feel really good about it and accomplished about it. And like, okay, I did something that I thought, I could bomb and they could say, we really need someone else to run this. But yeah, it's a great feeling.
Hopefully you're going to figure out how to fix your printer because,
Yeah, that was this morning. I'm like, I need help with the printer. So I'm not there all the way. That's my zone of that's crazy to be a tech guru. I don't know, that's a dream, but
it's not a passion really.
No, not really.
So really what we're saying is things that you're passionate about, things that you value, things that you really want to go for, they're going to be hard sometimes, and they're going to be uncomfortable, and they're going to be not just like you're sitting outside in the sunshine and sipping a nice cold lemonade and doing the things that just you love to do. But it's so much more rewarding to get out there and do the things that really nourish your soul and feel like you're designed to do. And in the end, you're going to be able to look back and say, you know what, that was hard, but it was worth it. It was worth it. I've really not... Just yesterday, we were doing a podcast with three ladies, and some of them had some hard life experiences. Yeah. And they would have never chosen to go through those challenges, but as they look back, they say, man, I grew so much, I learned so much. Mm-hmm. And so I would never wish upon some of those stories that they told us upon anybody, but to be able to grow and learn and be a different person than I was a year ago is so beneficial. And so that's what we encourage you in all these different domains here, all these different life domains that you can push yourself in. Don't pick all 10 of them. But pick something that you really say, I want to grow in this area. I want to live more. I want to thrive more and push myself because I know the benefits of growth that will come from it.
That's what I was thinking too when you were saying that, is we really encourage people to practice this. Growing in challenges is something you can actually practice. And if you practice it when you're choosing it, okay, I'm going to choose this life domain. I've been kind of stuck in my zone of comfort, maybe in emotional, the area of emotional, let's say. You've been saying, you know, I've been playing it safe. I haven't really been open with people or vulnerable with people or being honest with people about things. And you choose that one and you step into your zone of challenge and you grow from it. Then when life throws something at you that you don't really have a choice about, you've already done that process before. You've already grown in that before. It's not the first time that you're thrown into a new challenge and you have to learn to deal with it. So really, whether you choose the challenges or life gives them to you and you had no choice about them, the more that you learn to walk through them and you learn, okay, I made it, I grew. Yes, it was hard, but I did it. You're going to be more ready for the next one that comes along.
Thanks so much for being here and listening to us talk about the 3 zones. And I hope that you will come up with an action step for yourself this week. I was just talking with somebody who runs a business mastery course, and they have a 66-day challenge. They say if you can do anything for 66 days, it's more likely that it's going to become a habit and it's going to change your life because it's something that you really want. So 66-day challenge here for you today. Take something, instill it, do it every day, 66 days, journal about it, and let us know. Let us know the growth that you got from it. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Brian and Marianne signing out. Adventurous Life.